Good evening, everyone. And on the eve of Diwali, we'll be learning about options today. हम थोड़ी देर में तैयार होंगे. We will begin the session in another few minutes. It is 6:57 p.m. We promised to start at 7 o'clock. So we have about 4 or 5 minutes before we begin. We got to get everyone to come here. Since this is live, I want to wait for a decent amount of people to come and then we'll begin. If you just joined, please say hi, say namaskar, kuch boliye chat mein, so I know that you can hear me. And then we're going to begin the session in another few minutes. Let me introduce myself. My name is Prateek. I'll introduce myself again before we begin the session. And I'm very happy to have Puneet with me as well, who is a co-organizer from TradeSmart Online. And if you can hear me, say hi, say something, and I'll start sharing my screen so I can see whether you can hear me and see me or not. Hi guys, we're going to begin the session in some time. If you can hear me, say good evening, say hi. I'm Prateek Singh. I'll be taking today's session today. We'll begin in a few minutes. If you can hear me, say hi, say good evening. Please introduce yourselves. Hi Vikram Rana, Sandeep Kumar, Gregory D'Souza. Nice display pic. I can see your muscles from there. Thanks TradeSmart Online for inviting me. I love taking these sessions. Hi Don Channel. Partha Samal, Swapna is asking an advanced question. We'll answer that later. If you can hear me, say hi, say yes. Hi Rupali Shah, hi Naveen Bhatia. Good to see you guys here. How many of you have traded options before? Koi bata sakta hai mujhe? Hi Rupali, have you traded options before? And if you've not, say I am a beginner, because this session is built for only beginners, right? So if you're an advanced user of options, this is not for you. Hi Indrajit Datta, I'm your old fan. Thank you so much, Indrajit. Hi Rabi, hi Suresh, Jayesh, Sandeep, Krishnamurthy. So many names here. So nice. Maharaja Arts has traded. Suresh Dumreji, namaskar. Naveen Bhatia. Always. Have you guys seen the other webinars we've done? हमने Candlestick के ऊपर लिया था and उसके ऊपर लिया था. I hope you like that so far. So Naveen says you've traded 1,000 times. Yes, Naveen, this is not for you. This is for beginners, but thank you for attending, Naveen. We're having an advanced webinar very soon, and TradeSmart Online will send you an email about that. Yeah, am I right? Am I right, Puneet? We're going to have an advanced webinar very soon. Aditya says, missed you since last 2 days. But at least I'm here, right? At least I'm here now. Perfect. I hope you all can hear me, right? Vikram saying he can't hear me. I think everyone can hear me. Okay, perfect. So as I said before, it's a very basic webinar today, but I promise you one thing, you're going to really enjoy it. अगर आपको ऑप्शंस बिल्कुल भी नहीं मालूम या थोड़ा सा मालूम है, थोड़े कंफ्यूज्ड हैं, तो आज आपके बेसिक फंडे क्लियर हो जाएंगे. So you'll really like it. Thanks, Naveen Bhatia. See you soon. Hi, Indrajit Datta, Sandeep. I'm new to options. Great. Sub beginners hain, bahut badhiya. We'll begin doing that. Now, before we begin, there is a beautiful red button called subscribe. Can you click on it once, please? Subscribe to TradeSmart Online, because we're having a lot more sessions in the future and aap completely miss kar jayenge. Please click on subscribe so you can start seeing the new webinars that keep happening over this week, right? Excellent. So with that, I need your permission to begin. Can everyone say yes, begin? Hi, Gaurav Kalra, good to see you again. With that, can you all say, yes, I'm ready to begin? And then we'll take it from there. As you all know, this is a basic webinar. Yes. Let me start by sharing my screen. Perfect. So once you can see my screen, let me know. Whoops, I went too far into the future. There we have it. Perfect. Can you all see my screen? Excellent. Can we begin? Bahut badhiya. Satish says, already subscribe and like the video. Everyone knows I ask these two things. Wonderful. Shuru kare? Kya sab log ready hai? All right, perfect. Can you see my screen? Is my screen clear? All right. So I hope everyone's a beginner over here. Any advanced users, this is not for you. We're going to begin. Now, here is a problem, right? Whenever someone wants to start off trading options, it gets very confusing. Options hai kya? It looks so confusing. TradeSmart and Online and I decided that we'll take a webinar where we'll explain the basics. So if anyone comes up to you and says, yaar, option kya hota hai? You should be able to explain it and you know how it works, right? And I promise you, you're going to have a lot of fun while you do this. Now, before we begin, I always do a deal with both of you. That is you and I. What we're going to do is, I am going to do my best to teach this for the next 25 minutes, but you have to promise to encourage me. When you understand something, say great, say wow, react on the chat, right? If you are not typing every 30 seconds, you're not doing a good job learning, right? Learning, teaching can only be done if the other person is willing to learn, right? So can we all agree to that? Can you agree that you will try to type once every 30 seconds at least? If you don't understand or you like it, but please type something. Is that a deal? Yes? Just type deal and then we'll begin. All right, awesome, perfect. So let's begin. So we're going to learn how options work. And as you all know, we have a beautiful webinar series on TradeSmart Online. So what you need to do is go to tradesmartonline.in and you'll see this nice pop-up over here which says Trading Secrets Revealed. आपको क्या करना है? Enroll for free में click करना है and ये सारे classes आ जाएंगे आपके सामने. We've already done both of these classes. We're doing this one today. The next class is on option Greek. So we're going to explain something more advanced, a little more on how options are priced. Then we'll cover continuation reversal patterns. We'll learn an indicator and we'll also learn the stochastic indicator. And moving average and a moving average strategy. So this is going to be a very fun month. You're going to learn a lot. And can I request Puneet to paste the advanced courses link, right? So all you guys need to do, if you think that this is interesting, please click on that link and fill up that that form so we can get in touch with you, right? डॉन इज एकदम सही सर. ऑप्शन में या तो करोड़पति बन सकता है या बिल्कुल भिखारी. बिल्कुल सही. एंड मेरे ख्याल से ज्यादातर लोग भिखारी बन जाते हैं. so yeah, let's move forward. So here's what we're going to learn. This is a beginners only webinar. We'll cover what options are. We won't cover how to trade them, but you'll know how to trade them. So we won't learn a strategy. Last दो webinars में हम strategy सीखे. So what you can do is you can learn those strategies and apply them using options. लेकिन ऑप्शंस क्या है वो तो जानना जरूरी है ना. तो पहले लेट्स लर्न व्हाट ऑप्शंस आर एंड देन यू कैन अप्लाई देम टू योर ओन स्ट्रैटेजीज. आई एम श्योर यू हैव योर ओन स्ट्रैटेजीज. यू कैन अप्लाई देम using options, which is slightly cheaper also, and you learn the advantages in just a bit. Here's what you learn today. You learn what are calls and puts. You learn how to read a contract. You'll also learn what is time decay, expiry date, and how to take a normal strategy. So if you have any normal strategy, you can convert it and trade it using options. So I'll teach you how to do that. It's a pretty nifty trick, and I'm sure you'll like it. So is everyone ready to begin? I need your full attention in front of your screen on what you see. Right? Is everyone ready? Indrajit's already registered for the advanced course. Excellent. Very nice. Om Narayan registered. Suresh registered. Great. Perfect. All right. Now here's what you need to know. Okay, I'm not going to cover everything, but what you need to do is you need to learn what are calls and puts. And here's how it works, right? So first we have equity, buy and sell. Now equity, can someone give me an equity example? Equity क्या होता है? Equity क्या होता है? Who can tell me? दीपक पटेल हिंदी और अंग्रेजी दोनों का उपयोग करूंगा. Equity, can someone give me an example of an equity? Someone, since there is a delay, I'll wait for 10 seconds for your chat to appear. Please give me an example of equity. Any company name, please? Share, cash market, any stock. Reliance, okay, perfect. Om Narayan, perfect. Reliance या हिंडाल्को, बिल्कुल सही. कोई भी stocks जो आपको दिखते हैं are equity. So if you open National Stock Exchange, Bharti Airtel's equity, Vedanta's equity, Infotel, M&M, Tata Motors, Bajaj Finance, जो आप देखते हैं on television, it's all equity, right? You can buy one share. If I buy Bajaj Finance, if it goes up, I make money, right? Very simple. And if I sell Bajaj Finance, well, then I don't own Bajaj Finance because I've sold it. So that is equity. बहुत straightforward, बहुत ही simple चीज है. The next thing are derivatives. You know why it's called derivative? The word derivative means it is deriving something from somewhere else. For example, थोड़ा real world example सोचते हैं. For example, dahi is a derivative of milk, right? So curd is a derivative of milk. So therefore, Tata Motors futures get their pricing from Tata Motors equity. Tata Motors options get their pricing from Tata Motors equity. Got it? So Tata Motor future prices are dependent on how Tata Motor equity moves, and Tata Motor options are dependent. Those prices are dependent on Tata Motors equity. Is that clear? So this is the underlying. It is called underlying, and futures are derive their price from equity. Options derive their price from equity. Got it? तो जो भी सारे stocks हैं, Bharti Airtel has futures and options, VDL has futures and options, Infotel has futures and options, Tata Motors has futures and options. They all have their own futures and options. Now we'll learn what these things are, but they all have their own futures and options. So far so clear? हाँ बिल्कुल सही Abdul. If milk price increases, so does curd. Very nice. Wonderful example by Abdul Majid. Very nice example. If milk prices increase, curd prices also increase. Perfect. Yes, absolutely. All right. Now, is everyone ready to move forward? Everyone clear, right? All right, perfect. Now, this is the definition. So what are options? Options are a contract offers the buyer the right but not the obligation to buy or call or sell a security or other financial assets at an agreeable price during a certain period of time or on a specific date. Whew. किसी को कुछ समझ आया क्या? Did anyone understand anything? The first time I read this, I read it 20 times and still did not understand anything. Does this make any sense? What do you think? Does that definition make any sense? It is so crazy, right? Maybe it is legally correct. I probably understand it now, but it's very confusing. And you know, iska definition when I first read it, kya tha? Who's seen Three Idiots over here? Three Idiots. Yes, I'm talking about the movie. किसने देखा है Three Idiots? कुछ याद आता है definition से? Three Idiots, the movie. Do you remember any connection to definition in Three Idiots? Are you smiling? Do you know what I'm going to say? Well, it was this. It was a wonderful scene in Three Idiots. We said, machine ka definition batao, right? Amir Khan was asked, and Amir Khan gave a very simple answer. He said something about a zip. Anything that makes a man's job easier is called a machine. कोई भी चीज जो इंसान का काम आसानी से करवा दे उसको machine कहते हैं. तो जो टीचर थे बहुत गुस्सा हुए. And then Chatur got up and gave a long answer just like this one, only to impress Mr. Teacher, जो बहुत खुश थे with the definition. But we don't care about definitions, right? We don't really care about definitions at all. What we care about is what options really are. So let me try to make options a little bit simpler. Okay, can I try to do this? Yeah, थोड़ा experiment है that we try to make options a little bit simpler. So please stay with me, and I hope I'm able to do this. Okay, so here's a simpler definition. Let's say you want a bike, right? This is some Yamaha QZR, some nice bike, and it costs 50,000. ठीक है, 50,000 का ये बाइक है और आपको खरीदना है. आप दुकानदार के पास जाते हैं, you go to the shopkeeper and say, hey, I want that red bike. He says, I'm sorry, sir. There is only one left. बाकी सारे बिक गए हैं, दिवाली का टाइम है, and everyone is buying bikes, and this is the only one. Now, the man says, look, if you come back tomorrow, I cannot guarantee that I still have the bike. Maybe I might sell it in the next 10 minutes, next half an hour, next 1 hour. And you don't have the money. You just have 5,000 rupees. So, आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि ये गाड़ी को आप बुक भी कर लें and कल आके पैसे भी दे दें. What can you do that you book the car, you book the bike, you make the payment tomorrow, but somehow you block it. How can you do it? Can someone tell me? What's an easy way to do this? Let me wait for 10 seconds because there's a delay. I'll wait for your chat and then I'll answer. So give me 10 seconds to wait for your chat reply. What can you do to book this bike? You only have 5,000 rupees. It costs 50,000 and you can only come tomorrow morning and buy it. What do you do? Yes, Satish, Praveen, bilkul sahi. Krishnamurthy, you pay some advance. आप बोलो सर ये पकड़ो 5,000 रुपए. Pay the premium, right? Pay a small advance, a token amount, a pre-booking, and say, here's 5,000. I'm going to come back in the next 7 days and buy the entire bike. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Simple transaction, right? So you say, hey, there's only one remaining. You don't have 50,000 right now. Here's what you do. You pay a token amount of 5,000. ये booking amount है. Please लिख लीजिए. In stocks, a token amount is called option premium. Okay, and you book the bike, but he says, "Dekho sir, I'm trusting you, but you have to come within the next 7 days. If you don't come, I will sell the bike to someone else, and I will not refund your 5,000 rupees." Make sense? Everyone with me so far? Isn't this beautiful? You paid 5,000 rupees, 7 दिन में पूरा payment करना है, and you can take home the bike. Very simple. All right, very simple transaction. Okay, now I have a little twist to the tale. Now imagine आप सो जाते हैं घर जाके, then you get up in the morning and you find that the government has banned all bikes in the country except red bikes. Only red bikes are allowed in the entire country, and you have booked the bike at 50,000. And all bikes are banned. You're not allowed to drive any other color bike, other they'll put you in jail. I know this is a very extreme example, but since we are imagining, let's imagine the worst. Okay, let's imagine an extreme case so we can understand. What is going to happen to the price of these red bikes? Do you think it's going to be more than 50,000 now? What do you think? 50,000 rupees. 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 50 Do you think there'll be more demand now, since there is no other bike that you're allowed to drive except red? The 50K bike has now high demand. What will happen? Satish is absolutely right. Does everyone agree with Satish? Yes, that's right. Boom! The price of the bike will rise like crazy. All the people who know options will like this example because they know what I'm saying. The price of this bike will now go from 50,000 to 1 lakh. अरे भाई, yellow, green, black, white, सबको ban कर दिया, सिर्फ लाल रह गया. Now, is this good news for you or bad news for you? You have an option contract to buy it at what price? Buy a red bike at what price? 50,000. That's right. And what is the current price of the bikes? The same bike now costs 1 lakh rupees. This is fantastic news, right? आपकी तो दिवाली जल्दी आ गई. आपकी तो दिवाली जल्दी आ गई. So it doesn't matter what the current price is. You have the right to buy that bike for 50,000 rupees. Wah, 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 shabash, shabash. Very nice, very nice. Now, here is the twist. Your friend comes and says, Dekho bhai, I have an old father. He's not well. I need to buy that bike. तो मैंने सुना तुम्हारे पास कोई contract है allowing you to buy that bike at 50,000. Since you paid only 5,000, please give me the contract, right? And I'll give you 10,000. So you doubled your money, na? You doubled. So I'll pay you 10,000 for the contract, but you still made 100% on your investment, right? Does that make sense? So this is what options are, ladies and gentlemen. You see this? You made money on this by mistake. By paying only 5,000, the contract gives you the right to buy the bike at 50,000. You can buy the bike at 50,000, sell it at 100,000, making a profit. Or this piece of paper, this contract that you paid for 5,000, you can sell it to some other guy for 10,000. So you made 100% return on your capital. Right? You made 100% return on it without even buying the bike. Bloody hell. Isn't this amazing? Can we all give a round of applause for financial wizardry and confusing contracts big corporations are creating to make money for themselves and confuse small investors like us? Isn't it? All right. Now, here is the important part. All right. Every contract, you learn this in college probably. A contract is not a contract until there is a termination clause in it. That means an expiry date. What was the expiry date on our contract? Who can tell us? What was the expiry date on our contract? कितने दिनों का expiry था? कौन बता सकता है मुझे? You have to answer before Satish because he's always the guy who answers first. बिल्कुल सही. So 7 days. Om Narayan Prasad, Pandey ji, Praveen, Mr. Garg, Nikhil, Kurana, Basha, everyone answered correctly. 7 days. 7 दिन का हमारा contract था in this example, right? In this example. Remember, full amount in 7 days. All right. So this is what an option is. You pay a small amount to control the entire full amount, and you have to finish the transaction within a specific period of time. Bas, khatam hai. So within a few thousand rupees, you can control assets worth tens of thousands of rupees, sometimes lakhs of rupees. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yes? Yes? Is everyone enjoying themselves? सब लोग थोड़ा enjoy कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा बहुत, little bit. You liking the webinar so far? Yes? Okay, perfect. I hoped so. Now we'll start seeing a little more real examples. But I have a small request for you. Can you all subscribe? Thoda pyar dikhao, show some love and subscribe to our channel so you can come back again and you can see more webinars in the future. Excellent. Perfect. I love taking this as well. Now, Kadan Basha is asking, what if I don't sell an option last Thursday? No worries, Mr. Basha. We'll answer that question in just a minute or so. Now, let's see a real example. there is something really cool happening with Bharti Airtel. Have you heard? Have you heard? So let me open up this tab and search for it. Who can tell me before I actually search for it? Bharti Airtel में आजकल क्या क्या हो रहा है? Who knows? So if you go to news and type Bharti Airtel, something really cool is happening. Bharti Airtel is climbing up because of some reason. Who knows? You know why? Right? So a lot's happening with Bharti Airtel, and it's actually doing pretty well. So they're actually merging. If you didn't know about that, they're merging. They're consolidating the DTH business. They're doing bunch of stuff. A lot is happening at Bharti Airtel. And if you know, with sabko already malum hai. With Docomo, Billy Rani, that's Shivam. Yeah, with a weird name yet again. Tie up with TTL. Bilkul sahi. So everyone knows all of this. And the interesting thing is that the market is actually moving up very fast. So let me show you how that looks like. This is Bharti Airtel over here. And this is the latest chart. This is today's bar actually. If you look at the last few days, 1, 2, 3 days, in 4 days, including today, it's gone up 17%. Now that's a lot because this is a large cap stock. 17% bade stocks generally itni fatafat nahi move karte. It's a big deal. All right. So if you invested, say, 1 lakh rupees here, or market went up 17%, आपका क्या profit था? If you invested 1 lakh rupees here, exited here at a 17% gain, what was your profit in rupees? Who can tell me? 17,000, right? Absolutely right. Shyam Gigole and Gaurav Kalra Rajan, एकदम सही 17,000 रुपए का मुनाफा होता. Okay, now if I took, we all know that this is Bharti Airtel equity. I could also take options. If I, let's say over here, wanted to buy options and wanted the market to go up, I wanted to take a bullish position, would I buy call options or would I buy put options? If I didn't cover this before, call options are when I want the market to go up. And if I buy put options, I want the markets to go down. Very simple, right? So options, there are two types. If I buy a call option and the market goes up, I make money. If I buy a put option and the markets go down, I make money. Remember, I'm not selling options. I'm buying in both cases. I buy a call option, the market goes up, I make money. I buy put options, the market goes up, the market goes down, I make money. So in this case, what kind of option did I want to buy? Who can tell me? Call options, bilkul sahi. I wanted to buy a call option. Now, if we bought this call option and the market went up, if I bought the call option here, market went up 17%, how much do you guess the call options actually went up? Equity went up 17%. Call option kitne hoंगे? 25%, 30, 40, 50? Who can tell me? What do you think? क्या हो सकता है? I'll wait for your answers before I reveal the correct one. Kitna percent, VK Pandey ji? 300%. Okay, wow. Satish says 300%. Joker says 50%. How much do you think options moved up? If equity went up 17%, how much do you think options went up? 50%, 3 to 5 times. Okay. Depends on the strike price. Arey Nikhil, आप तो बहुत advanced है. चलो 400 का strike price लेते हैं. More than 55. Let me tell you the real example, and it'll be very surprising. The call options were 7 rupees a few days ago. Currently, it's trading at 44. यानी कि 530% 4 दिन में. Is that amazing or what? Can you give me a big smiley face? If you think this is amazing, do this. Send me a big what the hell emoji on the chat so I know that this surprised you. I hope this did surprise you because this is very surprising. 530% in one shot is pretty scary actually, isn't it? यानी कि आपने 1 lakh rupees डाला होता तो it would have gone all the way to 6 lakhs. Isn't that crazy? Himender's like, how come? Well, okay, let me tell you guys some bad news. This is the real reason people want to trade options. They don't care about delta, gamma, theta, vega, anything else. They think यार 530% या मैं तो 20% से खुश हूँ. Options attract gamblers. Once I spoke to someone today and he said, Pratik, I lost 1 lakh rupees in trading in the last 2 days. Do you think he was trading or do you think he was gambling? Of course he was gambling. If you wanted to learn how to fly a plane, would you simply read a book and next day switch the engine on to a Boeing 747? Can you do that? किसी की हिम्मत है? नहीं ना. But because we can open an account, we want to trade. Right? That is very wrong. So what you should do is you should trade with 5,000-10,000 rupees, learn, and once you make money consistently, then increase your capital. अरे 15 साल स्कूल में बिता दिए, 6 महीने स्टॉक मार्केट में बिता दो. Right? There's nothing wrong. Spend 6 months, be professional, and then you can always gain. But one thing is for sure, I think it's initiatives like this where traders share a little bit of knowledge. I think that saves many years and lots of rupees of fees paid to the market. So a little round of applause for TradeSmart Online for allowing this and allowing me. My name is Pratik Singh for doing this. Otherwise, it becomes difficult for people to at least talk to each other and figure things out. So I think this will really help. Anyway, आगे चलते हैं. So basically, options move up very fast, right? Another thing I wanted to show you is, can you name a stock over here? Any stock? कौन बता सकता है मुझे? Bharti Airtel, VDL, Infratel, M&M, Tata Motors. Name one stock, any stock, and I'll open this up. Any ideas? Let's start with, how about Tata Motors? Okay. Perfect. Let's do Tata Motors. I'll click on Tata Motors and we can see Tata Motors has gained 3%, right? Now, here's what you got to do. You go to equity derivatives, right? This will allow you options. Now, what are you going to do? Type Tata Motors. Tata Motors. Click. And equity derivatives will open. आपको क्या करना है to find out what option to trade, right? In the instrument type, let me zoom in. कितना बड़ा लग रहा है. Okay. In the instrument type, change this to stock options. Obviously, we want to trade Tata Motors, so leave that be. Now, expiry date. Remember, we learned about that every time you're trading options, there is an expiry date. So always choose the current month expiry date. So right now, which is the closest month? Obviously, 26th October. That's what you'll select. All right. Now, in this case, let's suppose our technical analysis or whatever method you're using told you that the markets are likely to go up. So you'll choose a call option. Lastly, they'll ask you strike price. अब strike price को ज़्यादा सोचना नहीं, ठीक है? आपको क्या करना है? जो current price है, whatever is the current price, you will find the strike price closest to it. So currently the market's trading at 438, which is the closest strike price to 438. Is it 420? Is it 430 or 440? I'll wait for your answer. I'll repeat the question. Which is the closest strike price to the current market price, which is 438? सबसे पास कौन सा है? 430 की 440? Obviously 440. So you'll select 440 and click on get data. This is your price. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Tata Motors was up only 2%, but options were up 90% almost. Isn't that crazy? It's a lot, right? 89% in a single day. Isn't that crazy? Good job, guys. Rupali, Omnarayan, Rajesh, Satish, everyone answered 440 correctly. Very nice. Ashish, if you can watch the video again, I'm sure you'll be clear with what this is, right? Okay, perfect. So 89%, that's right. All right, now another thing I want to explain to you about this expiry date, okay? Okay, let's go back to our original example. I'm going to scroll up. Okay, does everyone remember our deal? You pay a token amount of 5,000. You book the bike provided you pay the full amount in 7 days. Now let's suppose you fall ill or you have to leave or something happens and you come back after 1 year and you go and say, hey, mera bike de. Hey, you go to the salesman and say, hey, I paid you 5,000 a year ago, give me my bike. What do you think the salesman is going to say? I'm going to wait for your answer, and then I'll wait for your answer. There's a 10-second delay, so give me a pause of 10 seconds. What do you think he's going to say? Exactly. He'll say, bye, bye. You were supposed to come 7 days ago. Absolutely right, Praveen, Don Channel, Om Narayan, Himendra. He'll say, bye, sir. You were supposed to come 7 days. After 7 days, you're coming after 1 year. So bye. Get out of my this thing. He loses the entire 5,000, right? He loses the entire 5,000. Time over. Game khatam. Game over. Khatam. Bike sold. Aditya Kumar, bike sold. It's expired. So remember, the value of an option beyond the expiry date is 0. Now, there is some in the money, out the money thing about this, but let's ignore that. The value of an option beyond expiry is 0. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, if beyond expiry it is 0, that means as you near expiry, the value of your option is falling, right? So here's something very interesting. Since an option is basically a promise, right? The value of the option keeps falling from day 1, right? And you see this? The value of the option falls the fastest 7 days before expiry. So if the expiry date is tomorrow and the market is not moved, your options could fall like 60% in a single day because the expiry is tomorrow, even if the underlying has not moved. So please write this down, take your pens and papers. Never, ever buy options 7 days before expiry. Can we all write that down? Never, ever buy options 7 days before expiry, because time decay will kick in and the value of your options will fall. Imagine आपने सेब खा के छोड़ दिया है, brown तो होगा ना वो. So that's what it is. It decays over time. Right? That's basically time decay. Now, all these things actually look a little scary, but there are ways to actually make money from it, right? So obviously, so we will teach all of this very soon. Right now, this is an introduction webinar, but you can use time value to your advantage by writing options, and there are a bunch of ways to do that. Satish is saying both call and put. Yes, Satish, both call and put for call and put buyers. Yes, it will fall a lot. But if you're an option seller, you can actually make money. But we'll discuss option writing in a different webinar. All right. So don't trade 7 days before expiry under any case. If I open up my calendar right now, sir, एक बार subscribe या बार subscribe करना होगा. Don channel एक ही बार subscribe करना है आपको, and then it will say subscribed. Right. So that is this. So let me give you an example of Bharti. Now, for example, if Bharti Airtel does not move till expiry, अभी 450 का price है ना. Imagine it does not move till expiry. In options, the expiry is the last Thursday of every month. So you'll see over here, the expiry date for Tata Motors is 26th October. That is the last Thursday of that month. 30th November, that is the last Thursday of November. And 28th December, that is the last Thursday of 28th December. Right? So the last Thursday of any month is expiry day. And for some reason, that is the day most of the trades happen. So some people out there have strategies based on just expiry day. Right? So the movement of options is a lot. Srinivas says, want to learn deep on this. Is there any classroom program? So Srinivasan, we actually have a very personal online advanced course happening where only a few students will come, and it's real time, and it's not public like it's on YouTube. It'll be much more intimate, many more things are included in that. So we'll talk about that, and Puneet can actually share the link. As always, Puneet has shared the link. Click that and fill up the form, and we'll let you know after Diwali when that's happening. Right. So yeah, so that's Tata Motors for you, and that is how that works. So my basic point was, if Bharti Airtel does not move, then the options of Bharti Airtel, which went up 500%, will be worth 0 rupees, right? Which is expiry date is 26th October. So about 10 days from now. Yeah. So that's how that works. So that's it, guys. I tried to break down what call and put options are. We're coming towards the end of the webinar, Puneet. So you can paste some stuff if you want. I tried to break this complicated definition down by showing these faces, explaining the example of the bike, which is for 50,000. You'd pay 5,000 for now. That's the option premium. And you have an expiry date. In this case, was 7 days. And in the future, if the price of the bike went up, the option price would also go up. And that's what it basically is. Don't forget to subscribe. And I showed you an example where Bharti Airtel went 17% up, which is 530% in just 4 days, which is crazy. So we learn more option strategies. We learn how to actually make money from this. Today, it was just learning the ropes of how this works. I'm Prateek Singh, and I really hope that you liked today's webinar. The next webinar that's coming up right now is next Monday, where we learn more about options in something called Option Greeks. So attend that, and if you want to learn how options are priced, then that's a good webinar to attend. Are you guys enjoying these webinars? We spend a lot of time in making sure कि अच्छा webinar जाए, 30 minute में खत्म हो जाए. But I hope this has helped. If you have, please say yes, it helped and you liked it, and it'll encourage us to bring more free webinars to you on the YouTube page. Excellent. So I'd like to thank everyone for their time, and please click on those links that he's done it. सब लोग वीडियो लाइक करके जाना, आदित्य कुमार कह रहे हैं. बिल्कुल सही. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, मुझे बहुत मजा आया. धीरे धीरे करके जब ये बेसिक्स क्लियर हो जाएंगे, हम कुछ एडवांस्ड भी सीखेंगे. वी लर्न हाउ टू ट्रेड, वी लर्न सम स्ट्रैटेजीज. Thank you so much. I hope you learned a little bit. If I confused you, I'm very, very sorry, but I'll try my best to do a better job next time. And looking forward to seeing all of you in our next webinars. My name is Prateek Singh. Enjoy Maro. इस वीकेंड आपका दिवाली है, पटाखे का सीजन है. And actually don't buy firecrackers at all. Light up your life with candlesticks. That is what you should do. And you can light diyas. And I hope to see you all. I hope to see you again next week on Monday, learning more about options. Namaskar. See you again. Goodbye.